when I get games, I get games. I don't have to think I have to score because the manager make me that comfortable, to be honest. But there was what's unlucky is he gets sacked when we come to May, and things change after.
Who come in after that?
Ronald Koeman.
Okay.
Ronald Koeman come in.
So what was your experiences with him?
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Hey guys, welcome back to More Than a Match with myself, Damani, and RH.
Another one, mate. I keep saying
tough out of us.
I feel like every episode I'm going another one. I feel like DJ Khaled. You know what I mean?
DJ.
Collaboration. Yeah. It's exciting, isn't it? Yeah. We've got this new collaboration. Who's the collaboration with?
Boohoo Man.
Boohoo Man. Discount code. What is it for the viewers?
MTAM10. More Than a Match 10.
Coming towards Christmas, isn't it? Yeah. Coming towards Christmas. Online orders, 10% off for our community. Get there, enjoy from behalf of me and Damani. We've got a great guest today.
Got a great guest.
Just so chilled. Look at him. He's just sat back, ready.
Smiling.
Oumar Niasse is in the building. Look at him. Look at him. Thanks for joining us, mate.
No worry. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
So we're going to go on to your career. But how are you? Present life, how's things going? You're playing Tuesday nights. Big shout outs to Tuesday night football.
Yeah,
you're loving
guys,
that?
Yeah, in Chile, yeah. Enjoying. Last night we had a great game. We were like keeping fitness all the time, good with the guys, you know. Tuesday is a very good place to be when you go with the guys. And like in life, I'm good. Yeah. Family is good.
Amazing.
You know, kids are growing.
Yep.
It's more like chilling. You know, that's about it.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Just for context, Tuesday nights, I'm sure you're aware of Tuesday night football. A group of ex-pros, we all get together and we play. Oumar's a regular there. Yeah. We have some fantastic names, ex-Premier League players, ex-Premier League champions. Honestly, the amount of competitive, the amount of players that are there, like unbelievable. Like
I think yesterday we had around like maybe 10 former Premier League players.
It's honestly the standard is unbelievable. But the one thing that, and again, Oumar's exactly the same, is that desire and that willingness, like to win. Like it gets feisty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gets fight. It's brilliant. Shout out to Tuesday night football.
I'm telling you, there are some games after the games, you know, people end up in hospital in NHS for
honestly,
I'm telling you, seriously.
It's so competitive.
Yeah, it's competitive.
Yeah, well, it never leaves, you know, once you're like a footballer, and obviously when you come towards the end of your career and you always want to play, and when you play on that pitch, it's like you're playing for something, it's pride. You don't want to lose. So I think especially when you play with high caliber players, it's like you don't want to let anyone down either. Never
leaves you though.
No.
Like honestly, it's a group chat on WhatsApp. Everyone's in there, but not just the games. Like everyone's there for each other, aren't they? If people have got businesses or need out with anything, it's like a community in itself. So yeah, shout out to Tuesday nights. Let's roll it back then, Oumar.
Yeah.
With your footballing career, born in Senegal. Where did the football dream start for you?
I think I started wanting to play football as soon as I could walk. And then like where we grow up is just, there's not much you can do. You just throw us a ball and we start kicking. There's no playground to go and play like here when kids can be settled in different things, but there is only football.
Yeah.
So I started playing football when I was younger. Unfortunately, my parents didn't want me to play. So I had to fight them. I had to go to school. They forced me to go to school, which I didn't want. So I had to go to school until I graduated to go to uni, and then they just told me now you can try. Yeah. The luck I have is at that time my older brother who is a footballer too, who used to play in France, Switzerland, Russia, you know, Azerbaijan. He played in a lot of places. At that time he had the offer to go to France in Nancy Lorraine. So when he saw that opening, when my parents saw the opening, because at the beginning they didn't think, for example, someone like us in a family where you grow up, where you need most things you need is food.
Yeah.
You know, taking care of the kids and all of that, because I have a lot of siblings. I have like 7 siblings. So and my parents didn't think football can make a difference.
Yeah.
We can just be successful or make a life in football. That's why they never encourage us. They force us to not play football.
They didn't see the path.
Yeah, they didn't see it, exactly. But I was stubborn with my brothers, you know, and that's what happened. Senegal, you know, start playing here and there, straight, and then, you know, going to play in some clubs in Senegal as a youth was complicated because, you know, when your parent doesn't want you to do one thing, you have to go to school. The school is far. The way you're training is far. You have to go training after football, and you know, you have to get back home, do your homework, and just get ready for the next day.
Yeah.
I used to have long days, like from leaving my house 7 o'clock to not be back until 9, 10 p.m. every day. And then the weekend come, you have games Saturday or Sunday morning to go and play. That is between like when I was, I think 14, 15 to when I 17, 18, 3 years I've done that without anything to see at the end, just go and play because you love the game. And then after like in 2007, 8, when my brother get his contract, is like semi-pro contract in France, my parents tell me, okay, they now
you can see the path.
Maybe something might happen because they got one son who is going to France and gonna play football there, and in where we lived before, our neighborhood people used to say, oh, Oumar is better than Ibrahim, my other brother Ibrahim. So if Ibrahim can make it, my parents say, why not Oumar?
Yeah. So they'll be watching this. You might be watching this.
But they won't understand. They will have to make me translate. And I would not want to do that. So my dad passed away in 2009, unfortunately, but my mom's still alive and good. She's in Senegal with the other family. After that, that's when I start fully, focusing on football. When I was 18, after I played maybe under 15 and under 17 for 3 years, and then after I start playing, I wanted to just jump and dive into the first league in the club in first division in Senegal, which was not easy, but I went to trial, I got picked up, and then I signed for a club which I will play the next 5 years from 2008 to 2013. I was in Senegal.
What club was that, sorry?
Wakam. His name is Wakam, Yeah, they won the champion when I was there the first time in 2011. I was best player of the Senegalese league, and I've been very good at that time. I struggled for the first 2 years, of course, because I wasn't in football 100%. I have to go to school. But when I stopped and I wanted to dive direct to first division, it's like you find players who has like maybe 5-10 years of experience there.
Ahead of you.
They play a lot of games. They know how to handle themselves. You're young. You've got quality, but
game knowledge.
You need more. Exactly. You need more to be able to be, playing week in, week out and performing. The first 2 years was difficult. I was playing, but I wasn't performing the way I wanted to play. And, after the first 2 years passed, now I start understanding, and I've taken off, and I just start flying. The last 3 years I played there, I had a chance after 2011 to go to Norway, which we will come probably. But
definitely.
To start, I can say in general, that was about it.
Yeah.
So, how hard is it to get an opportunity to play professional football in Senegal?
Oh, it's better now, but because Senegal has been doing good, you see so many good players. People can start seeing now Senegal have good talent. That's after, of course, the first World Cup we went in 2002, but still it was difficult. You have to take in consideration a lot of things, especially if you come from a difficult family. Only to get football boots, it was going to be a problem because it's kind of expensive to explain your parent. You need maybe £150 to buy a football boots. They will look at you and say, what are you talking about? So it was difficult, but once you start playing, another challenge arrived because so many players and so many good players. How are you going to show yourself? How are you going to do this? How are you going to...
Competition.
Competition is hard.
And you have to be the best to prove to your parents that this is the path.
This is their path. You have a challenge at home, which if you have the support of your parents, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have it.
Yeah.
And it was more challenging. But I think that's give me a better mindset than knowing that I have to get everything by myself compared to someone who's have his parents all the time. You become like dependent of your parents.
Definitely.
Even if you don't do a good game, they will try to lift you up. But when you don't have that, if you don't do a good game, strongly you have to make yourself to be a better person. But at the end you just goes to start playing football. And when I start playing, showing a bit of quality, I've got, before that in 2008, before I even start, there was an agent who came and saw me play for 2-3 weeks on training and seeing me, and he took me to France to Sochaux. I went to Sochaux, I did a trial there for 2 weeks, good experience, but you realize there's a big gap.
Yeah, you're not ready.
There's better players.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're at the first stage.
I was 18. I went there. You play with you train with the reserve, and those guys they train with the first team most of the time.
Yeah.
They've had years, haven't they?
good.
Everything's fast.
Everything is fast. I was gonna say, did I know how to play football? People were telling me I'm good, but this is not what I was expecting. So when I was going, I thought it was gonna be like I'm gonna sign, I'm gonna show them.
Yeah.
But when I went there after 1 week, I said, nah, this is complicated. So after spent 2 weeks there, I had to go back home. And now I've seen what is this about. Okay, now I start training, and then I've got a club. I'm playing regularly, sometimes in the bench, but I'm in the club. I get paid
Platform,
a little money, and So when you're in the club, okay, you have to play. You have to show yourself. And there's agent coming to see. There's sometimes managers coming to watch some games, and there was some academy popping in here and out. And you've got one of the biggest academy at that time. It was Patrick Vieira who made it, and Bernard Lama, one of the French goalkeeper. They made a big academy, which a lot of Senegalese players come out, like Ghana, one of my good friends who play at Everton, Idrissa Ghana. They come out from there. So those academy make people to come more to see Senegal. And
definitely.
More eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
More opportunities then.
Exactly. And they start competing in the league. When they start competing in the league, sometimes when there is 2-3 good players they want to show, sometimes they bring some major, and you had a chance. They're not coming to watch you.
But you have a chance. So it brings
platform to play.
Exactly. So that's how most of the time agents come and they start talking to you. They said, do you want to do? Of course I want to go. I want to go to Europe. I want to let my career go. And that's the chance you can get. You have to perform, train, and be mentally strong to know that, okay, now I've seen Europe for 2 weeks, train there.
This is what I need to do.
I have to work hard, like I said.
To be like them.
Yeah, to be like them, be ready. I had a different mindset than the players I was playing with in Senegal.
Because you was already the best though, weren't you?
Yeah, so the first 2 years was difficult, but after that year, after 2010, I started being one of the best.
Yeah.
And I just keep it because, and even sometimes I used to train where my teammates was telling me, "What are you training?"
Yeah, sacrifice though, isn't it?
Because I know they haven't seen what I've seen.
Yeah, I know these guys are nothing compared to this.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Different worlds apart.
Exactly. So you have to just keep going and just keep pushing until you have options to go. Again, after we win the league in Senegal in 2011, I had a chance to go on trial in Norway. I went to Norway.
Yep.
Yeah, in beginning of 2012, spent there a month trial. It was really cold, by the way. Very cold.
Was you not used
different to Senegal to Norway?
Senegal, the coldest we can have is 15 degrees. It's the cold. And when it's like that, it's really cold.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we 22, 23.
Is that so? Does that play a big factor? Obviously, when you come from a hot country and you go to a cold country, does that play a big factor in this is environment and stuff like
performance
that?
As well. Does it affect your performance?
It affects you in all the way because when you don't know that, when you used to warm climate, it's very difficult, especially your hands, your toes. That's where I was struggling. When you're in Senegal, you just need boots. You don't know, you don't care about what kind of boots it is.
Yeah.
Is it leather? Is it for Astro? You just need
a pair.
Boots. Yeah, just a pair.
Yeah.
But when you go to cold environment,
you need studs.
You need to know what kind of boots you're gonna use. And you don't know that.
You
just learn and you have your boots ready and all of that. When you go training, my friend, your toes freeze. Everything you just all the time when they pass you the ball, if you don't have a good grip, you just falling all the time. You sleep and complicated.
But you have to learn that though, didn't you?
Yeah, you
By
have to.
Experiences, you have to do
the
that.
thing is, you're on trial. You don't have that much time to adapt, and you coming onto trial. You gotta be ready.
Impress.
You gotta say to the guys, "I'm ready." You cannot tell I don't have boots.
Yeah.
You have to bring your boots, and if your boots aren't good, man.
What does the other players think as well as the staff as well? But the main thing that I took away from that opening there from you is education was on the forefront of everything for your parents.
Yeah.
But once they seen a pathway and a light, then that's where he was Oumar, you've got the ability. You go on and do your thing. Was in terms of standards, you was in the top division in Senegal. Yeah. You went to Norway.
Yeah.
Was it a massive step up in terms of standards wise, or was it quite close in your opinion? Because again, you had a bedding in period where you struggled to adapt to physicality when you was in Senegal. When you moved, what age was you when you moved?
To Norway.
To Norway.
I was 21 going to 22.
So again, you're growing, you're developing. Like, did you feel at that time like you was better than where you was at and it was just a bit of an opportunity?
I think before I left Senegal, there was like, I just developed my game in the way that I know I can play in certain level.
Yeah.
And like, I was with the national team under 18 and the was national team under 21. And because we were playing the Olympic Games was happening in London in 2012 when Senegal played here.
Yeah.
All the qualification game, I did it until like before we go to the Olympic, because I didn't have, at that time I was in Norway and it wasn't clear exactly, I wasn't playing, which we will come to why I wasn't playing and stuff like that. That's why I didn't make the Olympic, but I did all the qualifications. So which is, I was playing with players who are already in Europe in my national team. Yeah. So I seen them, I trained with them
so
all the time.
ready.
Yeah.
Because you know
personally, when I went to Norway, the gap I saw me playing and the players there wasn't big.
Yeah.
Because
you've already played with people.
I've already played with top level,
players, who play in Europe and played in better league than Norway.
Yeah.
They were playing most of the time in France, Spain, Portugal.
Great
and
leagues.
Like I play with them under 21. We train every day and stuff like that. But the gap within the league is different. The league there is, is better than the Senegalese league, the Norwegian league.
Yeah.
And like when I get there, there was, the weather was mostly affecting me.
Yeah.
And like how people are, different, because you come from a warm country where you can see people, where you can talk to people, where you can go out there, you go training, and then just apartment. You don't know no one.
More than just playing a game of football. Like there's different things gone from Senegal to Norway. Different language, different cultures,
weather.
Climate. It's not like you can't just move you in a warm environment onto there and expecting to do the same things that in Senegal. I think that's very important for the viewers to
because a lot of
to
players
understand.
from like even happens now. Like you see going to like academies, people buy him from different countries, and then they say, "Oh, he's not the same as he was in Spain or France," because like he might
can't
be adapting,
adapt,
can't adapt like language again. But obviously now there's always someone that speaks Spanish maybe or French. Like it's known in it.
Now there is a lot of apps, different things you can see, and if you now because of internet, I can do a lot of things, and I can even teach my son to understand certain things when he goes to certain place. Which in 2012 it wasn't like that. The
technology's
apps now you
moved
have
on
and all of that. And when I left Senegal, I left with 21, 22 degrees, and I will land in Norway in January. It was minus 12.
I bet that was wild tough,
minus 12. How can you play football and just, think, I said, this is not, to even go to the shop to buy grocery, it was a problem. How can I be outside and play? It was difficult, but I wanted to make it. I stayed in Norway. They wanted to sign. They signed me for 6 months plus 3 if I did good, which the first months I was just trying to get in, to adapt, and then after like I got injured because of how the climate exposed me, and sometimes I don't even warm up. Sometimes you just don't want to do
too
anything.
Cold to even
for you to know what to do.
Motivation wise,
exactly.
like motivation wise.
So because of that, I got injured. I spent like almost 2-3 months without playing, and then after end of the 6 months, they said to me they're gonna release me, which it was a bit hard because I spent 6 months in Europe playing in the team in the first league in Norway, and then I had to go back to Senegal. I went back to Senegal and start again, which I was like
setback.
22 going to 23 because it was end of 2012. But Norway was an experience, and like it also gave me another motivation to know. And the thing is, when you see me playing and when I have to sometimes talk to people, I didn't go through an academy. Like when you see players who goes from when they were 15 or even earlier than 12 go to academy, always training until you're 20, 21. I didn't have that. I was playing straight, sometimes going to a club, playing under 8, under 15, under 16, until like I turned 18 when my parents let me play. I didn't go to
academy.
I just jumped myself to a
So you missed the academy.
I went straight. That's why when I play, sometimes I play wild. Sometimes you can see me.
You're raw.
But that
exactly.
Yeah.
But that in this case works out for you. Do you understand what I mean?
Because
like you're one of them where like you're so unpredictable. Like,
Exactly.
but if you sometimes you're like what's
he gonna do?
next?
Yeah.
So it's like no one can work him out. Whereas I think, like you're saying, you did miss important
I
development
did
stages,
miss important levels
but
when
it
it's
worked
coming to
out
touch.
also
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
It worked, and again, technically you are good, but it's like fundamentals he might have missed out on.
Yeah.
But like in his game now, it's like that raw element, powerful, quick. Like it's so
Yeah,
effective.
it's made you a player. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. I have to use some different aspect of my like myself. For example, if I go to a player who been in an academy, those players they just play the ball all the time. They touch ball. They always when you're in academy, it's a lot of
a lot of
balls.
touches.
Your
Yeah.
touches
Mastering
are
the
good.
ball,
you move
technical.
you get learn that at a young age.
Yeah. Drilled
I
into you.
didn't have that. I
Yeah.
didn't have those drills and all of that. That's why I had to develop mentally. I have to physically.
What am I good at?
Then, exactly. Try to, well, like Ryan said, I'm unpredictable when I play. I can just give you something, you're going to say, wow. And then the next minute you can say, Oumar, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when like someone gets onto him, he just laughs. He just laughs. He's just,
I don't know.
He's just like a free spirit. It's just like it's one of them where like
You cannot be like, and if someone said to me something like about, when we're playing and something happen, I do something not good. When you tell me something, I laugh because in my head, I'm saying, you don't know. I know. And I'm comfortable with how I am. And that's 100%. Not a problem, but you have to develop, you have to try to see where you can be good. If you don't have that chance, you want to make it on football, you have to change. You cannot be thinking at 21, that's 22, great. You're going to... No, if you want to be a footballer, there's no time for you to learn behind. You got to jump there and just show it.
That's a great message for the audience as well, Oumar. I think that's fantastic. I know you touched on it there about the Olympic Games. Was that missing out on the squad? Was that while you was at Norway, or was that when you was in Turkey? Because you moved to Turkey after Norway, didn't you?
Yeah, I moved back to Senegal after Norway.
Okay.
The Olympic happened in 2012. I was in Norway at that time.
Okay.
When beginning of the year, because we had the competition in Morocco where we play. I think we were 8 teams in Africa, and like I think 2 or 3 was supposed to go to the Olympic. We made it to the Olympic end of the year 2011, and then I left Senegal to go to Norway in 2012, and like I spent 6 months there, which like the first month was good, and just sometimes you just, because it was hard, I wanted to sign, I gave a lot, and then after that I signed for 6 months, start playing, and then I get injured, so the Olympic was during the summer.
So you unfortunately you missed out on that.
To miss it,
So when obviously, how was you feeling in that moment? Like obviously representing your country in the Olympics, I bet that was really tough for you.
I understood it too, because I knew from how things were going. If I was playing regularly,
you would have been there,
and I miss it.
Yeah,
that would have hurt me, because I know this is not fair.
Yeah.
But looking at how things went, I understood it, and I said, this is fair.
Yeah,
I don't have to. I took it very well, to be honest.
So you went back to Senegal. How did the move to Turkey come around then? How did that?
But before you go back to Senegal, what are your parents, were they, when you come back to Senegal, was they like, right, what's going on?
At that time, my dad passed away. So my mom doesn't know much about football. He's just worrying, as long as you're happy, as long as you're good.
Yeah, that's amazing.
He said, okay, you went, we missed you, you come back healthy.
Positive.
That was the main thing.
Yeah.
I didn't have to. I had to deal with more with outside of the house, where like clubs, where like I came back in Senegal. I'm 22. Well, it's when most of the players, they leave Senegal when they were 18, 19. They give him 2 years in Europe.
So they're thinking you're not at it.
Yeah, being in the reserve team, knowing how to settle, and then before you jump to the first team, I'm coming back in Senegal. I'm 22, nearly 23.
They're thinking, what's going on now?
Yeah, people are saying, well, man, you're gone. You don't wanna. You're not gonna do it again, because there is a lot of young players coming, players who are hungry. We don't think Oumar is gonna come back here and fight like he was fighting before. Going back to training, where you're gonna have to take the bus to go to training, where you're gonna have
dedication,
exactly, lack of goal. You go to a team, sometimes the balls aren't enough to do the drill you need. The pitch sometimes aren't available for you. You have to do an extra, which is different to how you how I've been playing for 6 months.
Yeah.
So when that happened, most of people like was saying, and like even some journalists saying, we don't think he's gonna make it again.
So
Just gonna have to find.
When you're seeing that, what people are saying, are you thinking, I am gonna make it?
Motivation.
Does it give you motivation to say, do you know what, I'm gonna prove all you wrong?
It was a challenge because at some point you have, this is what I wanted to do all my life. I'm not gonna be. Yeah, the odds was small, to be honest. The odds of like me at 23, being in Senegal, expecting went to Europe and kind of fail for 6 months and come back. The odds wasn't good, but I have to like sit down myself. Had a lot of thought, imagining what could I do, and I said I don't have any options.
Yeah,
My
it's all or
option, I don't
nothing.
have option. The option A is here. I want to
Yeah.
play football. What's the option B? Option B is the same. I want to play football.
Yeah.
So I might as well go for it. So I started training harder than the way I was training before I left Senegal. I was doing some mad drills and
I love that. It's class, isn't it?
training hard until like after like the league. When I arrived in Senegal back from Norway, the league stopped. It was end of the season, and then before the league start, I start training, and then I start training, and come I think it was October, November. We start playing. The league start again. I played 3-4 games where I was, people start seeing, wow,
On fire.
I think the first game I did a hat trick, and everyone was saying, wow, wow, wow. And then I had at that time I got another offer to go to France on trial in Saint-Etienne. I went to Saint-Etienne for 10 days, beginning of January. And then after 10 days, they said to me, now you can go back. I went back again to Senegal. And then I didn't care. I just say, okay,
Carry on.
Mindset
Set back.
solid.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Just
Something
carry
has to happen. Come on.
Clear
keep going.
vision.
just carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on. I carry on training and playing, and I was good. I was sure then in the league, no matter how many players we have playing every weekend, 200, 300
You're gonna
players,
be the best.
I know physically no one is near me.
Yeah.
When the games go until it's 75 minutes, when I see people start having cramps and start feeling
This is where
tired,
you
that's
think-
where I
Yeah.
push harder.
Start smiling.
Yeah,
Oumar,
exactly,
smile.
Yeah, that's what I've
Okay,
been
this
doing.
is where I come in now.
Yeah.
This is where I'm showing you now, and
Yeah.
I've been doing it for like January come, because I went to Saint-Etienne, come back. I had the time when I was going to Saint-Etienne to go to Turkey.
Yeah.
I've got another Turkey team who wanted to see me, but because Saint-Etienne was
Yep.
better, France was better, I chose France.
Yeah.
It didn't work out. I came back. I stayed in touch with that Turkish team
Yep.
while the window was closed. So I've been playing in Senegal and doing very well. And like I said, there was a game come like I think around May, June. There was a game we were playing with that academy I just mentioned, where Patrick Vieira, and they
Yeah.
had like some good players there. And I remember one manager of France, Brest, a team called Brest in France. They were in Champions League last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Their manager
Yeah.
come there. At that time, they was in second division in France. He came to watch because he wanted to get 2 players from that team, and they were playing us that weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, I killed them.
Ah, I love
I
that.
killed them. Oh, I killed them.
I love it.
I killed them. The game we won 4-2. I think I got 2 goals that day.
75 minutes, killed them.
Killed
I
him.
killed them.
Light work,
And then
mate.
the end of the game, the manager said he wanted to talk to me. He wanted to see me exactly and talk to
Wow.
me. Things didn't go well because of, sometimes things happen because the academy who brought their owner wanted him to take his players.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
started
Yeah,
telling,
yeah.
he is good, but he only play like this when it's us because he know we're good and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But the guy said, I don't care.
I'd want him.
Yeah.
The player I saw, I
want
can
him.
make
That's
him
why,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even if he's not good, I can make him to be focused and do that week in, week out. The guy, I didn't see him until he was going to the airport. He has to contact me with a different guy. That
Yeah.
guy called me and said, there is a manager here who wanted to see you for like a week now. He's going to France tonight. He's at the airport. He called me. He said, if you can get to the airport, he want to meet you for at least 5-10 minutes.
Did you
Wow.
go?
Did
I
you
went.
Was
went
that
to
the
airport.
Turkey one?
No, it
No.
was France.
France.
I went to airport. I saw him in the coffee. We sit in the coffee. He said, I watch you. I'm so glad I saw you. Because if I went without seeing you, he called the secretary of the club. He talked to him, said to him, I've got the player here, a striker. I want you to send him a contract next month.
Wow.
Did he
Next
send
week.
It? Did he send
Next
it?
week.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when he went, he sent me a contract of 3 years. Okay, I've got the contract, but I have a problem. The problem is is I was, like I said, I stayed in touch with the
Turkey
Turkish team.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to see me in January. I went to France, and they still stay in touch, telling me June.
Loyal.
June, July arrive. We will bring you here, and you'll train.
Brilliant.
But June arrived. I've got this second division France who offer me 3 years.
Yeah.
So did you tell them that this is the situation? Someone's already offered.
No, I didn't say anyone.
Okay.
I spoke to my family, my brothers, and like the owner of my club. I told them about the situation. They tell me, how can you think about going to a trial when you have a contract for 3
Concrete.
years?
Yeah.
And this is France, this is Turkey. Go to France. France is better league. You have more chance to be shown in France than to go to Turkey. Yeah. But I was sitting and I said to myself, no, if I do this to this Turkish team, I won't feel good.
Yeah.
And personally and physically, it's not, that was just a small part. Me thinking, oh, they stay in touch, they wanted to see me and all of that. In January, I didn't go. I was thinking, it's a dilemma there. But at the same time, I felt like as a player, if I go there, they will take me.
Yeah.
I was so sure
Confident.
of myself.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I woke up one day, I didn't say anything to nobody. I took my passport, took my bag, took my flight.
Turkey.
Wow.
I went to Turkey.
So this is how you ended up
Brilliant.
in Turkey.
Yeah.
Right.
I went to Turkey. And like I spent there the trial was supposed to be like 2 weeks. After 3 days, we were playing a Greek team. And like I was in the bench, 45 minutes, the coach said to me, okay, come on, get some minutes. I went in.
I killed him.
Too.
I killed him.
I killed him.
Like I said, I'm just the unpredictable player. You can see here, you can see there. Throw me in and just let's move. Start moving. Just bump, one goal.
We should put in the caption this video. I killed them. I killed them in the caption.
End of the game, the manager of that team in the Greek team come to inside there because I was so good. He come inside the pitch and tell me, I've heard you haven't signed in with this.
So
club. You don't
it's
try.
like every team you play, the other team wants
I know
you.
it
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I
It's
went
a platform, innit?
there. Once
Showcase.
and that is like before that, the first 3 years in 2011 to 2008 to 2011, I was in Senegal. I was trying my best to get on trial anywhere. My brother was in France. After he moved to Switzerland, he spoke to his club for me to go there. It didn't happen.
But now you're in Turkey.
Now things opening. Everyone is just like there.
Everyone's after you now.
And then like, okay, the manager of that Greek team come and said to me, I will take you now.
Yeah.
And I will sign you. Tell me how much they offer. I said, they haven't offered nothing yet. He said to me, please come. And by that time, the manager of the Turkish team, he knew. I told him, I've got a contract here, 3 years. He knew. And I came there. But when I turned 1 or 2 days before even the game, he saw me. He's good. I can make him to be a good player. So he asked me, I don't know, somehow he was smart enough to ask me my passport.
Okay.
So he took my passport. And then when the guy took me, he said, the manager of the Turkish team was just not saying anything. He just laughed at the guy. He said, okay, cool. Because he knew if I'm capable of leaving a country years in Senegal to come here, I'm capable of going also from Turkey to Greece.
Unpredictable. Yeah.
It's just that.
Yeah.
So he just said to me, you're not going anywhere. I said, okay, cool. This is the contract I've been offered in France, which is like, they offer me 6K a month. When France, you have to pay tax, 6K first year, 8K, 10K first contract. You have a house, a car, they're giving it to you and all of that. And I show it to the Turkish people. I said, okay, this is my contract. Okay, this
match
is
it or do better.
Yeah. Match or do better.
Let's see what you come with.
Yeah. And they said to me, okay, we're not going to start with 6. We're going to pay you 10K a month, which is what they're going to tell you.
If I,
Just already like that.
and there's no tax.
There's no.
You pay, imagine.
Where do I sign? Where do I sign there? Yeah.
No, I didn't, because I couldn't sign without the agreement from my club in Senegal, which was complicated after.
Was there a fee? Sorry, was there a fee involved with your club in Senegal?
Yeah.
For you? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how it got
so did
complicated.
it stay on 10K?
Huh?
Did you just agree to 10K?
No, I didn't agree to that. I'm a good negotiator. So I said to them, okay, they offer me 10K net, which is like, there was 6K. You can say it's like maybe 4.5 grand if you pay tax after. They tell me, we're going to give you a house, we're going to give you a car, we're going to pay you 10K. I say, okay, that's a good start. So I start laughing. I say, yeah, I've been asking people when I'm around. People get signing fees.
Yeah.
People get goal bonus. I'm a striker. I want goal bonus.
Yeah.
And then they start, okay, cool. We're going to give you 50K signing fee. I say, okay, cool, that's good. Goal bonus. They say, okay, you can have, well, we're not going to pay you when you score 1 goal.
Yeah.
We're going to pay you when you score 10 goals.
10 goals, 20 goals. And then,
10 goals, you can have 50K. Because they were thinking, oh, this boy come from Senegal.
You're not going to score 10 goals.
And they will just, that was their second year in the Turkish league, first division. So, okay, cool. They offer me everything. I put it on the table. I called the president of my team, the chairman of my team in Senegal. And I told him, well, I'm going to stay in Turkey. I'm in Turkey and stuff like that. I said, I'm not going to sign anything for you to go to Turkey. I want you to go in France and you come back here and go to France. I'm not going to sign.
Wow.
I said, I'm not coming back. I've got like a month left on my contract. I've been with you guys for 5 years. I don't want to leave without you getting any money. Because that's not fair on my teammates
trying
there.
To promote them,
that's what is, we're a traditional club in the club.
Values, good values,
Good exactly. Values. And you gotta leave, when you leave, at least leave something where the club can have something.
Benefit.
Don't do that, And the guy being a headache, and until like, the club in Turkey just tell me, okay, you know what, you can miss the first 2 games, pass the first 2 games, you can sign for free and we can give you more money. But when I thought about it, I said, no, that's not fair, because where I used to play, you cannot play 5 years in the team where everyone loves you, everyone knows you, and you do them that. And I just kept going, keep going until like they were like maybe 3 days before the league started. The guy finally decided to sign and send the paper. So we signed, and then I signed in Turkey. That's why I landed in Turkey, and it's where everything started going now.
Yeah. Did you score all the 10 goals then?
Oh, definitely. Are you asking?
Yeah, of course. So you got your little bonus.
So
of course he did.
On the 9th goal,
he's a striker.
Drogba just finished like when he was, I think, Drogba was there at the time. In Galatasaray, Eboué was in Galatasaray. Dirk Kuyt was in Fenerbahce. There was a lot of good players in the league.
Did you outscore them?
After like 6 games, I was top scorer of the league.
Look at him.
And his bonus
Oh, trust me.
He knocked on the door. He went, excuse me, I'm on 9 goals.
9 goals.
Trust me, bro. The money was there because what exactly people were saying is when you go to Turkey, they don't pay. That was my problem.
Yeah.
Are they gonna pay me? So every time, like first time, the signing fee, I didn't even trust them with them. Honestly, if I tell you what I did with my signing fee, you will laugh. When they signed me and I got my 50K, I didn't trust them. They said to me, the transfer is in your bank. But I still think, this Turkish guy, they're dodgy. They might just play some games and, sell me that thing. And when I go to my account, there's nothing. I went to the bank with my bag. I said, I'm on my 50K. They give it to me. I bought a safe. I put it in my house.
50K cash.
50K cash. I didn't trust them.
You didn't trust them.
You come from Senegal. They tell you Turkish, they don't pay and stuff like that. You
wanted to know the money's there.
So the money is there. And then after, like, when you go after, you say, oh, okay, cool. After
so you're happy now?
Yeah, after like 2-3 months, I realized, well, things are going settled. So I went, put the money back, say, I want you to do something, but I changed my mind, put the money back and start transferring to Senegal.
Just to get this straight, Oumar, you went to the bank.
I went to the bank with my bag. I tell them I need my money. I have to do something. I have to something important. They was just telling me how 50K is a lot of money and stuff. I say it's my money.
Yeah.
I need to buy some things to send to Senegal, and that I just give
any just for a peace of mind.
Because it was a small town where I was playing, and everyone knows me because they love football there. Yeah. They just did okay, cool. We don't want problem. Okay, they find their ways, their excuse. I sit down. 2 days after they said me come back, I come. They put me in my.
Put it in the safe.
Go buy a safe, put it in my room.
It's so funny. So when you trust him, a bit of trick, you put it back.
You cannot travel. You cannot travel with the money.
Yeah.
So I went back and then I tell them, well, what I wanted, I changed my mind. I think I used at that time 5K or something on it. I was using it. So I put the rest and then I transferred it to my bank account in Senegal and stuff like that, which I needed sometimes. But that's how I started, in Turkey, and things went well.
So you outscored the likes of Dirk Kuyt, Drogba in the first couple of games. You start to get more and more interest around recognition about obviously your quality and stuff like that. What question from us to you would be: you've gone from Senegal, you've gone from Norway, again dealing with that climate. Then you go to Turkey. Turkey's back in a warm environment. What was it like in terms of like the crowds, the club, the culture? Like, what was it like overall for you?
Yeah, when I arrived in Turkey, like things were a bit different to Norway. Like I said, the weather was better.
Yeah.
Turkey during the summer is really hot.
Yeah.
It's like 35,
It was happy.
40 degrees. Yeah.
Was you
I
okay
good
with that, though?
I'm
Yeah,
good with
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Let's get it warmer. I'm good with that. So training, playing games, everything was good. So I was just, and I was hungry. I wanted. When they offered me the contract, I look at it and I ask, okay, what's the bonus for winning game? They said me, okay, we win the game, you got 6K. If you will play Thursday, you win on Saturday. Thursday, you got your 6K. If you draw, 2K, because we wasn't gonna win a much of game in the league.
So it's incentivizing.
It's all of that. When I'm looking at it, I get just hungry. I said, I'm gonna make sure every game, if we don't win, we'll draw. If we go, we're winning 1-0 and we concede last minute. I'm so pissed off. People are just saying, "Oh my, it's good. This team is good. We draw with them."
No way.
I don't care.
Winning mentality.
My 6K.
You don't know. 4K is missing. My mouth is so good when I think about. Trust me, we're winning. I'm a striker. I'm tracking the defender, fucking right back all the way to the end.
You're not scoring.
I promise you, I played it was 34 games. I will sit one game in the bench. And the manager has to call me in the office and talk to me, tell me, Oumar, you're tired.
Yeah.
And I'm going to rest you this game.
But he was fuming.
I'm not tired.
I'm alive.
I am not tired. He said, you've been playing so many games. You're not having any rest. I am not tired. He forced me to put me in the bench. I didn't want to sit in the bench because I know if you sit in the bench, you're not going to have the full 6K. You're going to have half. I don't want to do that.
I love it.
To do in Senegal. I've got a family. So I didn't want to sit on the bench. So
just provide for your family.
And when I'm telling you, there were maybe 7-8 games where someone did more minutes, more like miles, more kilometers than me. I was doing 12 and a half, 13 kilometers every game.
Yeah.
Every games, because to me it was that I
Do or
have to
die.
get it. Yeah, I have to get it. And I said to myself, when I arrive in Turkey, I look at the team when we go play Fenerbahce. Their stadium is so nice. I'm saying the stadium is full. Those kind of clubs, Fenerbahce, Galatasaray, Besiktas. You sign with them today. Next day you have at least 4 or 5 million followers on Instagram. That was
huge
crazy.
Clubs. Yeah.
So I said to myself, I'm not going to sit here. I will play as much as I can to land on those teams. I want to go for Gala or Fenerbahce or Besiktas.
So while we're on them clubs, like Wesley Sneijder was in the league. You've already mentioned Didier Jobber and teams like that. What was the standard like, and who was sort of the best opposition you come up against, or best players in that league, you would say?
I think at that time Fenerbahce was the best at that time because they had some strong players. I remember this guy. He's a defender, Portuguese defender. He was in
Bruno Alves.
Tall guy. Play a game. He killed me.
He was
that
a nice
time
guy.
I didn't kill him. He killed me.
He was a nice guy.
When
When we seen him at TST, he was a nice guy.
But he wasn't nice when he was playing with me.
Is that why you didn't say hi to him?
I
You
had
all
a
passed
hell
him.
of a game with him. Nothing you do past him. He's everywhere. And he is tall, aggressive. When he has the ball, he plays straight. Like, he's not even thinking about, I said, this is another level because that guy was on top of me, not letting me turn,
breathe,
do anything. So I think they were the best at the team at that time. To have a best player, I think the best player I saw there, it wasn't in those teams. It wasn't in Fenerbahce. It was, I think, it's Loa.
Loa, yeah.
Oh, we played them. It was amazing. We couldn't take the ball off him.
That's brilliant.
Could you not track him back?
Oh, yeah, we win. We won them. I remember we went away at home. When we played them home, we drove. And when we went to their stadium, we won. And that time, we wasn't even supposed to win. I think the manager was so happy. The chairman was so happy. He said he's going to double the bonus. I was so happy. I was so happy.
Just to clarify, Oumar's not money motivated, by the way.
At that time, it's different because when I was in Senegal, this is the thing. The month I was getting paid £200.
Yeah. It's a different world.
And it's hard. When you win a game, you've got maybe 20, 30 pounds a game winning. You play 3-4 games during the month. You have maybe 2 wins, 3 wins. And just imagine the difference when you're getting those kind of money. When you show this at the end of the month, you're gonna have like £250 maybe, and you're gonna have it was good money.
Yeah.
In Senegal, but when I arrived
I'm in Turkey now.
And they telling me you win a game, you got 12K. How am I gonna do that? I've got a lot of siblings. They all married, have kids, and once you step in some level, they're expecting you to help, which is normal with family. In how we grow up, you get out. Everyone is you have to
elevated, lifted.
Yeah, exactly. You have to change the way
everyone
eats.
House.
You have to get a new house, make it nice. Everyone feel comfortable. What they eat, what they do.
Did you feel that pressure then?
Not really, because I'm normally built like that. I'm normally like thinking like you gotta make. And luckily my family, they're not too much on material stuff. Like I said, my mom wouldn't even wanna change house. My mom wouldn't even you to change his bedroom, change his that, because once my dad passed away, he said he doesn't want to do anything. He wanna keep things the way my dad left it. You have to force her. So luckily my family, they don't have that thing, so they didn't put that much pressure when it's coming to financial thing. But you have to do it. Because it's you go, you have brothers and sisters, you gotta help them. You gotta make sure everything.
If that's what you guys do, and that as a culture you do, you want to carry that, don't you? And that
you wanna. My brother, when he first left in 2007 to France, he was like a semi-pro. He was helping as much as he can. Took a lot of things, changing stuff. I've been in Senegal. He went to Switzerland, but he was making money, but two is always better than one. And once I start playing, I start just making more because of the circumstance. Like I said, he was a midfielder, center mid. I was a striker. You got more chance.
Scoring goals.
You got more to seeing, like, all of that came because I took over when I started getting money and then, family and stuff. Like, so when you go and you see all of that, you're only thinking about, well, I've got a lot of things to do. I don't want to be like wasting my time here with, the bonus, or someone is thinking like we've got a penalty at 85 minutes, we 1-1. My friend, you gotta take it. You make sure you put it in. If you don't, just give me the ball. Just give me the ball. Don't worry, because if you give me the ball, I'm 100. How good you are, I'm gonna put it in.
I'm not thinking about
the 3 points. I'm thinking about what's behind it.
That's 12.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you're thriving in Turkey, doing really well.
Yeah.
Your next step was Russia, right?
Yeah.
So again, first question: how did that come around? And secondly, what was that like as an experience? Because then do you go into another cold environment?
Oh, it was worse.
Yeah.
When I was after Turkey, like, I wanted to stay in Turkey, like I mentioned, but it was in 2014 and there was a World Cup. Okay. So the clubs were saying when we start pre-season, they were saying they will wait until the World Cup is totally finished. Players like club like Galatasaray and Beşiktaş, I was in talking with them because in Turkey, everyone liked me when I was there. And
so you was in talks with them clubs?
Yeah, I was in talks. They were saying they want to wait until the World Cup is finished to make sure the players, to just see how they want to make their infrastructure. And like the club Lokomotiv Moscow come and, they start talking and I just say, Russia? No, I wasn't thinking about going to Russia. I was also talking with Borussia Mönchengladbach. It was in Germany. They wanted me. But before that, even when I signed in Turkey in January, signed in July, January arrived, there was Dynamo Kiev who wanted me. But I had the club.
A clause.
A clause.
Release clause.
The clause, they wanted to pay the clause. But it was up to me. Yeah. If I want to go, the club said, we can sell you because this money, we never had it. Yeah. We didn't even think they were going to make it, but they want to make it now. Yeah. I said, I don't want to go because I don't want to go to Ukraine. At that time, I did nothing to do with, I didn't want to go that side of the world. I wanted to stay either in Turkey or France or, where the league, England, and I was like, when Lokomotiv arrived, I said, Russia? I don't think I can go to Russia. But when the numbers are on the table,
I think I can go.
I think I can go now.
My friend.
What time's the flight?
Are they serious?
Yeah.
My agent said to me,
the whole of Senegal is going to eat now.
Oh, my. Nah.
She's in a village back,
I checked the things they said to me. It's cold, it's different, it's that. I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to wait for Galatasaray or Fener. I went to Russia. It was big. The country is big.
Big country.
Big. When I arrived, the weather wasn't that aggressive because it was like, I think it was July, end of July, beginning of August. I get there, weather wasn't aggressive, cool. After 2 months, oh my God.
Changed
After every training session you finish, you want to go home. If at that time, the first half an hour after training session, if the owner of the club comes to say to me, Oumar, do you want to resiliate your contract? I sign. I'm going home.
Well, even
so
with the money,
cold.
even with the money,
Even with the money, you don't think. You're just gonna sit down to settle yourself and just remember, okay, cool. Now I'm good.
Yeah, you're
but
good,
the first 30 minutes to 1 hour after training session every day from November till March,
Cold.
it's cold.
Yeah.
Minus 20.
Yeah.
We play in a game where I remember once we were playing a game. The game was so sad. We did like you don't wanna you're just playing to finish the game. We don't. It's not like you're trying to score. Yeah. It's not like someone is pushing to win the game. We're just playing because we know it's our duty to play. But no one wanna do anything. We end up winning by like a free kick, something like that.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's just when the game is finished, no one talk.
Running.
Just go.
Yeah,
go inside,
running.
shower, and just get out.
You won the Russian Cup.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah.
That was fantastic achievement for you in the football club.
Yeah, when I arrived when I arrived in Russia, the sport director wanted me, but the manager wasn't too keen to have me. So the first meeting I have with him, he said to me, okay, you're a striker, right? And I say, what the hell is this? The manager is asking me, you're a striker, right? Well, of course I'm a striker.
You should know.
You're the manager,
Yeah.
And then he said, okay, we have 2 good striker here, experience. It was one of my guy was a Senegalese player, Damdoy. He moved after to Hull and then Sunderland. I don't know if you guys remember him. He's a striker. He was playing for Senegal national team too. He's very good. And there was Pavlyuchenko who used to play for Tottenham. He was there. So he kind of tell me, you're going to be the 3rd striker. I said, okay, cool. I said, I'm used to this. Anyway, okay, I'm going to have to fight for myself. So the first few games, I just come in sometimes 15, 20 minutes here and there, and things wasn't working. The club wasn't performing good, which on my favor is good because I'm not playing.
Yeah.
This
is why.
Time to change.
Maybe there is change.
Yeah.
We all go to zero. Maybe the new manager will see different.
Yeah.
And then like that, I was just gonna play. I had like maybe 1 goal or 2 goals in like the first 3 months, and then. Yeah, and 2 assists, I think. We were supposed to go to Europa League, like preliminary. We lose on barrage with a team from Cyprus. Things was getting worse for the manager, and after that, he just gets sacked. When he gets sacked, a new manager arrived. It was around, because in December we don't play because it's too cold, and the new manager arrived. We had a break. We played a few games. I wasn't playing again, and it was more complicated. I said, "This is me, or this is the manager? Or what's going on?"
What am I doing
asking
wrong?
myself.
Did you start doubting yourself at that time?
Yeah,
Did you ever doubt yourself?
It was hard because, again, you're in Russia. I don't have anyone. I wasn't married. I didn't have anyone. I was just living on my own. When you don't play in the cold environment, it affects you.
Yeah.
Because at least do what you like. Yeah. This is what you like. Then. Luckily, the life in Moscow was good. When you don't play, if you want to go out, the sky is the limit. When you're telling about Moscow, trust me, when you go to Moscow, you will love it.
Is it good?
It's really good. That was a little bit, but at some point, I didn't want to get carried away to the night, to go night out or just like doing because
focused on your football.
Yeah, because I signed for 4 years. So if I get carried away, I'm gonna get my money anyway. Yeah. So. And that wasn't the main things at that point. I was saying, okay, money is good, but I want a career. I want to do something. And like I wasn't playing, and just like I said, you know what? January come, Damdo is sell to Hull City. They said to me, okay, I'm just going to. I don't want to stay here. I want to go. The manager I had in Turkey, in my team, just signed for Galatasaray, and the guy who wanted me, he said, I will take you 100%. No, I spoke to him, everything. The club in Russia said, no. I had a clause, they have to pay
it.
Yeah.
Do you know what your clause were? Do you know? Figures wise?
I don't know. Maybe something like, I don't remember when was it. I think 15 or 15 million, something like that.
Okay.
And then like, I just just said, I want to go. They said to me, you're not going. You're staying here. We don't have too many strikers. Damde was here. He left Pavlyuchenko. He's in his mid-30s.
Yeah, like our second striker now.
And you can even be the top because Pavlyuchenko cannot play all these games. And you're going to be playing. They convinced me to stay.
Yeah, to stay, yeah.
As soon as I stay, transfer window closed because in Russia we don't play from December to Feb or March.
Different seasons, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't play that time. You have a long break, 3 months where you don't playing. So when that happened, transfer window closed, but Russia still open.
Yeah.
They went to buy another striker.
Wow.
Oh my God. And for 9 games in a row, I sit in the bench where it's cold. I didn't play. It was so painful that moment. It was so difficult, but I had to say, you know what? And what happened is I broke my wrist here, and I had to go for a surgery without playing. That was in training. Another problem, I went to surgery, did my things. I have to recover. It's painful. It's difficult. You're not playing. And like you become the third striker, but again, things wasn't working. The managers is sacked again, and then the assistant manager take over. We had something like 8 games to go, but the cup I was playing for the cup. When it's cup, they play me, and when I play in the cup, I score.
Yeah.
And then we ended up winning the cup on that year, and I scored in the final, I think. Yeah. And then the last 6 games, I had 4 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah.
And we won the cup. And then after I said, I'm not staying here because you guys are liars.
Yeah.
I cannot trust you. I don't want to work here. I didn't even say it to them. They were after the cup we won. There was a media coming to the tent. They wanted to talk to me. Okay, Oumar, what do you think about the next season? I'm not staying here for the next season. The club, the managers, the owner, all of them, they wasn't happy.
Was you honest? Did you
portray
that?
Just no. Without hesitating to the media. I'm not staying here. I don't want to play for this club because the people who lead the club.
Was you not scared though? Because there's a big stigma around Russia.
When I go wild, I go wild. I didn't care about anything. This is the thing. I just to me it's just like I don't believe this. I don't want this. When you do that, I don't want to stay.
When you lie,
your values
just
are so important.
Exactly.
To you,
it's when the trust is not there, I don't want to stay.
Yeah. Once it breaks down, you've checked out.
Yeah. Still, Galatasaray wanted me, but they said, okay, if they want you, they have to pay.
But they wasn't going to pay it.
They weren't going to pay it because I didn't play that much for them to pay that amount of money. It's a lot. So I just say I'm not training them.
You tried to get yourself out.
I just fake injured. And for pre-season, I spent almost 3 weeks. We went to Germany, and then after we went to Abu Dhabi for almost a month. We've been preparing the season. I didn't train with them anytime. Every time I go to the doctor, I say my ankle is painful. I don't feel anything. As soon as you touch it, I say I'm in pain.
Wow.
I cannot play. I'm in pain.
So for me to you now, is that because the trust has gone, you've checked out, then you're coming up with ways to get out of that? Is that what you're saying?
I just wanted for them to understand I don't want to play.
You've checked out, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm checked out.
Yeah.
Okay, you might think, I'm not injured. I know I'm not injured.
Do you reckon they knew? They knew that you wasn't injured?
Of course they knew. But what can you do if I'm telling you I'm in pain?
Yeah,
you press. How can you find out I'm in pain? Yeah, exactly. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. So I didn't train with them, but I was training.
Yeah.
I was training. When they go training, for example, when we were in Germany, when they go to the pitch training, I skip and I go to the gym. I train.
Yeah.
Before they back, I go in my room, chill. When I go to doctor treatment, lie down, massage, I did that for training on my own. And we were having Super Cup at that time. The manager who was at the time, the guy tried to convince me, Oumar, please. I took 3 meetings. I said, no, I'm not. But the guy drove me under the bus. After we finished in Germany, I think we were going to Petersburg to playing against Zenit in Super Cup. At that time, Zenit was strong. They were really strong. They had Ulk. They had so many players, good players.
Hulk was a top player.
Yeah, Ulk was very good and strong there. So they had very strong team. So the manager he knew. I don't know. He kind of knew I was training because, of course, I'm not gonna sit down because if today they said me, "You going?" I have to where I'm going. I cannot go there fat
Injured.
or not feeling fit.
Yeah.
I have to fit. So he knew a kind of Oumar doesn't want to train, but at least he's training. So we went to Zenit, and this out of nowhere, starting 11, I'm in.
What? So he just put you in?
He just put me in. even everyone was shocked.
So you was playing with him, and then he played you eventually.
He played me. He just said, "Okay, you're on the contract." Because like 2 days before the game, I think I made a mistake at the same time because I went to train because I missed the ball.
Yeah.
I went to just have some rondo with the guys, just train, and I'm feeling a bit better because like I just not like playing, but he saw that, he just brought me in.
That was his chance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you play well?
Oh, I scored. We draw 1-1. We play 120 minutes. We lost in penalty, and like I scored very good. And I went to after that game, the chairman called me. She was a lady. She was very aggressive. Everyone scared him, but I didn't care about her.
Yeah.
Every time when we had a meeting, I didn't care. So she called me. She said, "Okay, you said you don't want to play here." I said, "Yeah, I don't want to play here." She said, "Okay, go tell the club who wants you to come and pay the money." I said, "They won't pay the money. Then you're not going anywhere."
You're
I said,
stuck.
but things aren't working here. I know. You're gonna stay here. You're gonna play, or someone come and pay the money. We let you go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're staying here. No, we're not loaning you. We're not paying you a small fees for people to come and get you. I want you to play for my team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At that time, I just clicked and I said, "Okay, I want you to change my bonuses. Money.
Yeah.
So change my bonuses." I said, "Okay, cool." I said, I want this. I was just bluffing.
And
And
she
she did it.
She
She
done
said,
it.
"Hold on."
Oh.
I said, "Okay." and then I was before the end of the season. Before the end of that season, I had an altercation with one player who said to me some things I don't want to say about my race and stuff like that, and I get really pissed. And he mentioned something also about my dad, which is like he said some bad things. So I reacted. I got a red card. I just smashed 2 players. I think that was the only part I got a red card and I deserve it.
Yeah.
So I had three games to wait on the league before I play.
Was this during the game? Sorry, this was during the game.
Yeah.
Okay.
During the game, yeah.
Did you report that?
Yeah,
So,
we had a meeting with the league and stuff like that. Meetings, and I reported, and he got you in trouble.
Because there's no place for that.
Yeah,
in
there's
the
no.
So it's so personal.
Yeah,
exactly.
and the
I think
race element as well. There's no place. For
It's
that
it's
in,
always
in
you go
world
to some places like why I understood about this kind of racism and stuff like that. When I was in Russia, for example, I remember we played against CSK Moscow. We had the penalty, and I took the penalty. So all the stadium, most of them starting like a monkey style. It didn't bother me. You know why? Because CSK has black players, and when they score, the Doumbia was there. Sidi Doumbia was in. That guy Ahmed Musa, who was in Leicester after, he was there. There was their players. When they score, they jump with them. So you don't have anything about me being black. Yeah. You have a problem with me being in opposition and gonna score it, and I'm gonna score it. Yeah. That's why most of those things like it's not right. But you gotta find a way, but you can deal with it. Yeah, exactly. At that moment, you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Especially it's outside. Yeah. When this happened, it was a player. That's why I couldn't hold it. I have to react. Yeah. So, and like I spent three games without playing in the league, and then when I started playing, I was just happy. Yeah, I was on fire.
You got the bonuses that you
bluffed
them out.
You said,
what?
Oh, I was on fire. I played like I think.
You killed them.
I killed them. 4 months in a row, I was player of the month. End of the year, I win player of the year.
Did you get bonuses for that? Player of the month?
Everything.
Hey, listen, he's a negotiator, this lad here.
I saw the opening. I jumped on it. I didn't even believe it. It happened. What can you do? So I said, if I did this, you're going to do, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this. You say you want me, show me and you want me. You said, okay,
no problem.
Cool, no problem.
So you're 4 months in a row, end of season, play of the season. And then Everton come in. So Everton ended up paying £13.5 million transfer fee for you. Yeah. Let's move on to the Everton one, because a young boy growing up in Senegal. Going all the way, now he's going to be a Premier League player. Let's talk about Everton. The highs, the lows. Let's cut it all out.
It was my dream as a young when I used to just sit down and watching Drogba playing in Chelsea. And the first time I playing against Drogba against Galatasaray, that day we beat them 2-0. I scored 2 goals.
Did you get a shirt?
Of course I got a shirt, because after we got like the doping test together, we got picked up to go to doping. We spent around 1 hour in the doping control talking about, say, like, you know, everything. He's giving me advice. Very good guy. Since that we kept in touch. I saw him like recently in Saudi last November. We just clicked and talking. But when you were growing up, seeing them doing that, I said, no, England is the team. England is the country, the league to play. When I was in Turkey, I've got, Chelsea scouting me. I've got a lot of teams in England scouting me. Even when I went to Russia again, you heard these clubs. I got invited by Chelsea to come and watch their games and stuff like that. I was excited, saying, whoa, now I can go to England. Now there's the opening. But you got to learn, like, okay, I have a Senegalese passport. To be able to go to work permit is another headache. You have to play 75% of your national team games, and you got these points. A lot of complications, but still, loopholes. I just have my belief, and I say, you know what, just put it. And luckily, in that 4 months, 5 months I played, when I come back to after my red card, we were in Europa League, and in Europa League group, I was just smashing it. Like I think 6 games, I got 4 goals, 3 assists, and stuff like that in Europa League. Then I had another injury here. I went to surgery. December came, I went to surgery. At the time I got married, my wife was living in Manchester here. I come to England after most of the time, staying here without signing. And then, I was talking with Palace, Leicester, Villa, Everton, and playing, just seeing all of that coming. I said, okay, cool, let me just see what's going to happen. And while I was in holiday and stuff like that here in England, just, talking with Everton, I went to watch their games without getting tickets when they were playing City in Cup, because I was free and I didn't know much people in Manchester. So, Everton arrived, just look at it and I said, is it going to happen? I just couldn't believe it. I said, my agency telling me, we don't know if you're going to be able to get the work permit. I was so in pressure. So in pressure. When they tell me, oh no, you're good now. If Everton, you're good now.
So and all that gets obviously gone through. All that gets sorted. £13.5 million, like you said. Like when you arrive on that first day, when you're announced as an Everton player, a Premier League player, the first day. Talk to us about your first day in training, like the squad, the manager,
what
family.
Was your family like?
Oh, it was a big thing, because when I realized, and I had, I always sit down and analyze a lot of things especially at night when everyone goes to bed. I analyze. 2 years and 2.5 years ago, I was back home. People are saying you're gonna make it. Today, I'm about to sign with one of the biggest clubs in England. In Premier League.
Fantastic football.
It was just, my head was just like, this is.
Who was the manager at the time?
Roberto Martinez. So it was just like, I had a long day though. The medical was long. There was just a long day. I went there to Finch Farm around 9 o'clock. I didn't sign until 10 at night. So a long day, just going through medicals, because I was injured here and I had surgery like 6 weeks before that. So I just going to medical, and then once I signed, I was tired, went home, didn't even get to see the impact of that. I was so knackered, I fell asleep. Wake up next day, so all social media, people messaging, and then you realize, whoa, this is a big thing. Because at that time, I was the biggest signing in Senegal story when it's coming to money and
highest paid.
Exactly, and it was very big. When there, you get to a dressing room, you see people you used to watch. You see Leighton Baines, Gareth Barry. These guys are big.
Big.
In the same dressing room, exactly. In the dressing room with them. Some guys speak French. Lukaku, Ronald Koeman, Kevin Miralas, all of them, they were speaking French. And
Did you fit in? You felt like you fit in?
At the beginning, I was just because I wasn't playing. The manager was taking me to see the games and playing like that, and it was also different, because you might play in Turkey, you might play in Russia, but you arrive in Premier League, man. There's no time. There's no time here. You realize that.
Do it or
and
you're
that,
out,
yeah, you realize that. And, the manager spoke to me, you're going to settle. Take your time. You got time. Don't rush. Don't feel pressure. Don't you know. And I started understanding, okay, I have to take time, especially like I'm coming from an injury.
Don't force anything.
Don't force it. So I said to myself, just when I get games, I get games. I don't have to think I have to score because the manager made me that comfortable, to be honest. But there was what's unlucky is he gets sacked when we come to May, and things change after.
Who come in after that?
Ronald Koeman.
Okay.
Ronald Koeman come in.
So what was your experiences with him?
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
Okay.
We had when Ronald Koeman arrived, he arrived with the new owner, bring money.
Okay.
So money arrived. I signed for in end of January, beginning of February. I didn't have much game. I was injured here and there. The manager arrived. The manager gets sacked. A new manager arrived. We all
Lots of change.
That's a big change. And when a new owner arrived, money comes. Okay, you can spend now. You can spend 100 million. You can spend 150 million.
So Ronald Koeman,
arrived, and then after 2 weeks of pre-season, he called me and said, "You're not gonna play in my team. You better find a club." And it was a shock because that was my dream, to arrive in England. I didn't even get to have the experience, so I have to find a club. Which cool, no problem. For being honest, cool.
Yeah.
I tried to see where I can learn in Premier League and stuff, but it wasn't happening. Clubs was just not sure and stuff like that. I didn't want to leave England. I've signed 4 years and a half. I'm not going to go anywhere. But I got offer from Turkey, again, back to Russia with better money. But I didn't want to do it. No matter how we talk about money was just, when you think about that. But at that time, you just, this is now dream because you're not going to make, no matter how much money you're going to make, you're going to sleep in one bed. You're going to have 1 meal. You're not going to drive 3 cars. Not going to happen. But you arrive, it's Premier League. I want to stay in Premier League. You got offer money, better money in Russia, double your money when you're going to have in Everton because they want. I said no. So the manager wanted me out because he wanted to bring players in. So he was trying to force me to go out, but I couldn't go out in that circumstance. I have to stay in. So I stayed, and it was a difficult time. At that time, it was really difficult with Everton and Ronald Koeman because he kicked me out of the dressing room, sent me to the under-23s players. I wasn't allowed to eat with the first team players again. I wasn't allowed to train with them. He took my shirt number. He just did a lot of things for me to say, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Playing games.
I'm not going to. He said to me, he just said, you're not going to play. I don't like the way you play. I don't think you're good enough.
Did it break down in communication with him as well? Was it not really a relationship with you and him?
We didn't have a relationship. We didn't have a relationship. I stayed at the club, which like the environment of the club, I was good with everyone there.
You didn't give him a reason.
The clubs there, the players, most of the people who are there at the club, they just being like a human side of it. They didn't see much of the sports side. They wasn't with what he was doing, but he was the manager, so he has to deal with things. So I stayed at the club for 6 months, training with the under-23s, doing with them everything, playing with them, and I was scoring. At that time, the club wasn't going. Every time when he get asked about me, he just get angry for no reason. I don't know, because I stayed. He didn't want me to stay, and we had a very difficult relationship. We wasn't even, when I meet him in the training ground, I don't even say hi to him. I laugh with everyone, talk to everyone, shout.
It felt personal.
It was personal to me at some point. But, January come, I've got Hull City, they were in Prem. They needed a striker. They asked for loan. I said, I'm willing to go. They said me, you go. They sent me on loan. I went to loan. It went good. I scored my first goals in England.
Who was that against?
United Cup. We won 2-1, but they end up going. And then that's
when Rashford scored, wasn't it? Last minute.
Yeah.
Remember that
last
one?
Minute.
Yeah.
It was at Hull. So I scored a game, and score against Liverpool, which also helped me with my comeback to Everton because it was like a game where Everton was playing at the same time in Goodison Park. We were receiving Liverpool at Hull. We won 2-0. I come out second half, and I scored second goal.
For the fans, it's like
the fans. It's been announced at Goodison Park. Everyone was happy to see an Everton player went on loan and scored against Liverpool. They beat them. You know how
Yeah,
the
100%,
game is.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was good.
Was the fans okay with you?
Yeah,
Everton fans.
yeah, of
always
course.
show you
Yeah,
love and
yeah.
stuff.
Always show
Everton fans always been the same to me. Like when they see me, it's kind of. This is funny thing. When I saw Everton fans, it's like I saw my cousin every time. I don't even know them, but it's like cousin. It's
Like
always
family.
jokes. Yeah, it's
So
always
friendly,
jokes
aren't
and
they?
stuff like that. So I always felt like at home at Everton. So when I come back, they saw how I've been treated, and like, you know, when things goes well, you know, the club is good. No one want the club to not go well because we all want. When things go well, you cannot say nothing to the manager. And normally, it's normal. I wouldn't even say something because I don't want the club to derail because they're doing good. But when things not going well, we gotta sit down and talk. We gotta talk. And they did a good season. And at that time, when I left to Hull, they end up going to Europa League with Koeman and stuff like that. New season arrived. I went to Hull. I came back. Same thing. He said to me, "You better find somewhere to go." I said, "Okay, cool. I'm not gonna play again. Cool." And then just train with the under-23s. 3 days before the transfer window closed, I start talking with Palace. They wanted me, and they offer me a bit of better salary and stuff like that. Offer me 3 years contract. Okay, cool. Then the deadline day, I went to London, do my medical, did everything I was supposed to do. Last minute, some complication happened between my agent and the club, Crystal Palace. It was a nightmare. So it was kind of a little bit of disrespect to the way I understood it, the way they handled that situation. So I said, you know, they just said to me, this is what they're going to do. If you want sign, that was like an hour before the transfer window closed. Yeah. They were major and everything. And I said to my agent, let's go. We walk out to there. I didn't sign. I stayed in London that night, called the under-23 managers, telling him, look, he said, I saw the news, you didn't sign. I'm so sorry, Oumar, stuff like that. Very good guy. David Unsworth.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I want to have like a week or 10 days free where I can go home, you know.
Reset.
Yeah, reset, you know, feel good because right now I don't feel good. Yeah. And I will be, when I'm back, we start again training, we play and see when January starts and say, Oumar, that's not a problem. Go see your family, do your thing. When you come back, you know, reset. How it is, reset. Train with the boys, they will be happy to have you here. We will be happy to have you. I say, yeah, okay. Because I got a good connection with most of the under-23s there. Because I always travel with them when we go to London, playing away games, Southampton, go them on the bus. The boys, they all, I'm 27. I talk to them, help them, help them. Talk to them when exactly. And it was good. I got very good connection with most of them. So he said to me, come back when you're ready. So, and I said, okay, cool, thank you. Couple of hours after he called me, he called me back. He said, Oumar, you cannot go for 10 days or a week. I can give you 4 days because the manager said you have to come back. Ronald Koeman said he wants you to come back and train with the first team. I say, okay, well, that's a good news. Okay, let me go Senegal for 4 days and 5 days and come back. I went 5 days, come back. When I come back, I went training. And then I had a meeting with Koeman. He said to me, well, we just sold Lukaku to United. We wanted to bring another striker. Wayne Rooney is here. Sandro is here. But again, we need another striker. You here. I will give you a chance to train with the players, get back to things like, become normal. I said, okay, cool, thank you. Went back. Was happy, of course. And start training with the team. But when the under-23s have game, I go play game with them. But I'm training with them. So again, things aren't working. Things aren't working with the first team, and I'm doing good with the second team. Every time I go there, I enjoy myself. Train, have an hour game. You know, score goals, 1-2 here. You know, keep pushing and like that. And I got a chance to play. I was at the time Sunderland was a championship. We had them in I think it was in cup game on Wednesday. He has to change the team, bring some of the players. Less players. He put me on the bench for the first time. I sat on the bench, waited. We were winning, I think 1-2-0. And then he put me in, I think 70 minutes, 20 minutes to go. And I scored 1 goal. And it was just when I score, everyone, when you score a goal and you see everyone wanted you to score. Everyone is happy for you. Because they see you deserve it.
Because they've seen what's gone on behind the scenes.
Exactly, because they know. And that was Wednesday. And then, we wasn't doing good in Pram. And then, that was Wednesday. Saturday arrived. well, you're not doing good, so
Put
you're
him
not gonna put
Yeah.
Oumar out of the squad again.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
put him in. So he put me on the squad. We playing, and I think one has an injury here, and then like his eyes, and come second half, he wasn't feeling well, and he just sent me, and I don't remember who was the other players to warm up. As soon as I went to warm up, all the fans started cheering, screaming my name, and I got excited. At the time, he couldn't avoid it. He put me in against Bournemouth, and I scored 2 goals. We were losing 1-0. I scored. We went 2-1, and that was like a
best
big
moment.
thing. Yeah, I spent around 2 hours around the stadium with the fans. Everyone was waiting me on the lunch everywhere.
Oh.
They
I
were
love it.
so happy. This is like this time of feeling you talk about it. You just
Can't
have
express
this
it.
one. Yeah, exactly. It was a very good moment at that time.
But you deserved it though.
You
Yeah,
deserve
I mean,
the
like
thing.
I said,
Persistent.
and I didn't. I trained where like you used to play in the first teams, like when I was in Turkey or Russia, or even when I arrived first in at Everton. You travel to 5. You're not gonna take bus to do 5 hours. The longest trip you do is to go to play Villa maybe or
Yeah.
Leicester, where you're gonna
Yeah.
have 2 hours drive with the bus, and it's comfortable. It's like
Yeah.
when you go with the under 23s, you do 6 hours
it's,
to run.
yeah.
It's
More,
hard.
Yeah.
It's long, and
hard,
it's
it's
different
long.
preparation, isn't
And
it?
like I always come up, I always do it and go there, and that is something which shows, okay, the club, the real fans of the club who want a
Notice it,
value on the
yeah.
club, they will love that.
Notice
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they will see that, and like that's
It's a great
why.
club like
Because
that.
you don't have to do that.
Yeah,
don't-
you
you're,
can
you're,
just
you're
sit
a first
down.
team
Yeah.
player.
Sit
Remember,
there
you
and
could
get
say, do you know
yeah.
what? Forget this. I
Mhm.
should be the first team, but no.
Mm.
You stayed, you trained with him, you played with him,
Mhm.
and it shows. That's why they wanted it more than the manager wanted it
Mhm.
for you.
What again about that journey before we go on to the quick fire questions and then the episode? What broke that down with Everton? I know you've had spells, obviously throughout your career. You had Morecambe, you had Burton,
Mm-hmm.
you had Cardiff, you went on
Mhm.
loan at Cardiff and Hull, and fantastic. But what broke it down at Everton?
I think when I start playing against it, when he put me there and I score, after that I played, I think 7 games or 8 games, 8 games, and I've got 5 goals and 2 assists. In premise is good in 8 games. And then after there was the game against Palace, which we draw at Palace 2-2. I scored 1 goal, and then I got a penalty, but they said a dive. So after that, the FA checked the videos and said, you know what, it's a dive, and they couldn't take the point, so they have to ban me for 4 games, which I was the only ever player who ever been in that situation.
What? So you was the only ever player to be banned for?
Yeah, after a
for-
dive,
for
after
dive,
you win
yeah.
a game, you said you will die. It's a
okay.
dive, and they give me four
So that
games.
derailed you out of the team,
That
and you
derailed
couldn't
me
quite
exactly.
get
And
back.
then after, we've got Sam Allardyce coming as a manager, because
Yeah.
at that time Ronald Koeman gets sacked.
Yeah.
Between that times, and the assistant, the under 23s took over for like 3 games,
Intern.
and then after Sam arrived, a
No.
lot of changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when Sam arrived, he just checked the things, and the first things, I think the first game after I came back, after 5 games we started playing, was a derby. I played the derby. It was hard because derby is always hard, and didn't do well 45 minutes after he took me out. The team was, and I think
So-
that's make
what-
it dwell at the time. If I didn't have that, I think at that moment I would do much better than
Yeah.
what happened, because at the end of the
Just
season, I
derailed you.
think I had like 8 or 10 goals and 3-4 assists.
Was you there when Carlo Ancelotti were there?
Yeah.
What was your relationship like with him?
Yeah, I think Carlo Ancelotti is easygoing. He's
Yeah.
very easygoing. He's no pressure with him. He's always like just laughing, talking. It's not like someone who's coming and shout and just do this.
Calm approach.
No, it's always calm approach. Always talking, and we had a good relationship. We didn't spend, because COVID happened, and COVID happened after we have to stop everything.
Yeah.
And after COVID, we had I had maybe 3-4 weeks before my contract ends, but when he was there, we had a very good
that's
relationship.
brilliant.
He had relationship with everyone, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a legendary manager.
Yeah.
Innit? We'll go on to the quick fire questions. Best player you played with and against?
Ooh, against Moussa Dembele.
Moussa Dembele.
Tottenham, yeah.
Yeah.
Best player I played with, Bernard. Bernard,
Yeah.
the Brazilian winger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was really good.
Really good.
He was really good.
Favorite moment in your career?
Favorite moment in my career when I scored my goal in Senegal. We were playing home against Niger. I came in and I scored. It was good. It wasn't my first goal in Senegal, but in a national team. But at home, it was first in my national team. I remember after I went home, my mom was crying because like all the neighborhood of the family, they all after the game when they saw us, they all come to the house, shouting my name. And I think it was emotional at that time.
What was it like representing Senegal?
Well, it was
for you. How proud?
Yeah, it was because one thing my dad, he didn't want me to play football, but he loved football.
Yeah.
He didn't want me to because he didn't think we were every time when the national team play. I remember I was young when he was when the national team play and we lost. He's not happy. Yeah, and he loves it. And my dad wasn't that type of person. You see, emotionally you cannot see when he's happy or unhappy. Normal. He's always cool. But when the national team play and lose, you can see he's not happy. So for me to represent my national team, it was sad because he wasn't there to see. But every time when we're doing the national item, I always think about him. So
that's amazing. I'll be very, very proud of you.
Yeah.
Last question. We like to end More Than a Match podcast with the managers as a little question.
What's the question?
What has football taught you?
Football.
What's football taught you?
Ooh, a lot of things. I think you have to be understanding. Then you're not special. In football, we all think we are special, but you realize we are different, and what makes us to be different in a good way is because we work harder, or we focus more, or we do things different. But what especially I realized when I start playing football is I'm not special. I don't think anyone is special. We are all the same. And I think that's it's a lot, but to just say in general, in specific something, I'm not special. No one is special.
Just a normal.
Just we all normal human being.
We're all normal. Yeah. And that's, for me, that's what I learned when I just being in football, knowing people, being around a lot of dressing room, you realize, before you thought you were special. I thought I was special, but the more I go see life, I realize, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What an episode.
Nah, really.
What an episode.
Thank you for coming on.
From Senegal to Norway, to Russia, to Turkey, to the Premier League,
back to Senegal,
to killing people. Literally, guys, not killing people. We've not got a murderer on the
by
podcast.
The way, everything happened here to just tell you, I've never learned English. I just learned by speaking with people and going to cinema.
Amazing.
Go to the cinema.
Yeah, I used to go a lot of cinema, like 3-4 times a week to watch movie. And
your English is perfectly fine.
It's been amazing.
Again, you.
Anyone who watched this just understood I'm not. English is
mate.
my third language, and
listen,
I'm trying. I've never learned to study it anywhere. I just learned by speaking with guys and
going to the cinema.
Watching, go to cinema. Yeah, I used to go.
But honestly, mate, thank you so much for your time.
Man.
You're a great human being, fantastic journey,
amazing story,
inspirational for young people and people back in your home country and even in this country and us. It's been amazing. D, another great episode. What do people need to do, eh?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and get in the comments.
Honestly, another fantastic episode. Oumar Niasse, RH, the man in my lot. Another episode of More Than a Match. Like and subscribe. Better do it.